Welcome to another episode of Cooking in the Community Kitchen, where we cook delicious recipes and have flavorful conversations. I'm your host, Judy Anderson, and today I'm thrilled to be joined by Dan Clapson, Globe and Mail columnist, restaurant critique, and co-founder of Eat North. And today we're going to be making one of my family's favorite lemon mousse. Thank you so very much for joining me. I am just really thrilled.
Happy to be here.
Excellent. And I guess we want to give a big shout out to H&W Produce. They are one of our wholesalers for the Good Food Box, but they also have a retail store on 32nd Avenue. So Jonathan and his crew are just wonderful to all of us.
That's amazing. And you need partners like that to make the programs work.
We certainly do. And we had a lovely comment back from him the other day saying that his success with his store here in the city had been because of the Good Food Box program.
That's amazing.
So that is wonderful. So now they have a store in both Edmonton and in Calgary. And then I think as we have a little taste here, if you would please like to share with myself and the viewers just a little bit more about Eat North, please.
Absolutely. So
Okay.
Eat North is a food media and events company. We started in 2013, so it's been about 8 years now. Going strong, grown a lot over those years, obviously. And we like to highlight different food scenes across Canada, as well as put on a variety of culinary and music events across Western Canada.
Okay, excellent. So that all helps to educate us all with food culture,
Absolutely.
right? Okay, please. Now this one was yours
Okay,
because
with the
you
three,
had the three.
let's not mix that up.
That's right. I would just love to hear a little bit more about how you started off as a food critic. I think anybody's dream job would be to be able to go to nice restaurants, beautiful restaurants, I'm sure, eat great food. And it must be hard then to know how critical you should be, perhaps, in your article.
I do a lot of different things in the food media world, so being a restaurant critic for the Globe and Mail is one part of what I do. And it is an interesting aspect of my job because, yes, you have to be critical about dining experiences. Typically, we focus on contemporary new restaurants, so places where you're looking for more high-end, perhaps chef-driven cuisine. It's an interesting perspective as a diner to be hyper aware of everything that's happening around you. I'm sure you've had not the greatest service or maybe an under-seasoned dish, but to keep tabs on that all night long. But sometimes it does take the fun out of dining when you're dining for that reason.
Right.
So the times that I love to dine out are when I'm just with my friends or family and enjoying a nice conversation over food. I think that's my favorite part of my job. But through working for the Globe and Mail, I've got to discover so many things, and Community Kitchen Program of Calgary is one of those things. And when I toured the facility again, I was so amazed. And this is four and a half years ago now. But it's truly things like that that make the job worthwhile, not so much me saying I didn't like a certain dish at a restaurant.
I think you're too kind. But you know what? We can't thank you enough for promoting the Community Kitchen through all of your different events. And I know it makes a huge difference because it does help us to be able to feed people first and then to add the educational component as well.
Absolutely.
Because we just want to be able to be there for everyone that is struggling with food insecurity.
I don't think people realize how many people struggle with food insecurity, so that's why, again, I love everything that you do here because it's very important. And if you don't think it exists in your city or town, then you're blind to the problem, I think.
No, that's right. Through people like you and even through us doing these episodes, we are hoping to have people open their eyes and open their hearts to see what's really going on in our city. And hopefully we can put an end to food insecurity. As we were talking this morning with one of our agencies, we said too that if there was no waste, there would also be no hunger. And so we have all this amazing donated food that came in this morning, and our SPINS organization, then the agencies came and picked up the food. So we are very blessed to be able to serve people in so many different ways. I thank you so much, Dan, for joining me on this episode of Cooking in the Community Kitchen.
It's tons of fun.
I hope that you will take our apron, and the next time that you're cooking at home, put on the apron, just give
And think of you.
give a little bit of thought of us. Yeah, minus
really made a mess today.
a little bit of the whipping cream. And this is my treat to you, some pickled lemons. So we don't want to just stay just right to one box, pickled Moroccan lemons for you to enjoy with your family.
These look amazing. Thank you.
I do hope that you will join us and other people will join us in our next episode where we cook delicious food and have flavorful conversations. Thank you so very much for joining us.